Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how delayed gratification can yield you more success in your life. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome. My name is Shawana Livingston, and I am the founder of Live Love Your Passion. I help new and inspiring entrepreneurs with personal development and with branding strategies for their business. So if that sounds like something that you will need, go ahead and hit the notification bell, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and I promise that you will not be disappointed with the videos here on my channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about how delayed gratification activities will yield you more success in your life. But before we discuss that, we really need to address the inverse of a delayed gratification activity, which is actually an instant gratification activity. And a lot of times, most times, instant gratification activities are distractions. However, most people do not identify them as distractions. Therefore, they do not realize that these activities are causing them to be less focused, are causing them to be less self-disciplined, which is in return causing them not to be successful and not to have any progression towards the goals that they are trying to reach. So let's talk about an instant gratification activity. What is it really? Why is it called instant gratification? Why does that even matter? What it is an activity that gives you a large amount of gratification as soon as you do the action. Some good examples of instant gratification activities is number one, watching TV. Let's say that you watch some type of detective show. You're expecting the detectives to solve the mystery within the 30 to 60 minutes that you have to watch the show. Or let's say that you're watching a show where, there's a woman on there and she's looking for love. She don't have love. She's depressed about it. And you're expecting that by the end of this show that she is going to find love. But the problem with this is you expect these really complex life situations to be solved in a short amount of time. It wouldn't really be a problem if people didn't take that way of thinking and drag it into reality. However, that is what most people do, and that is probably what you do. So you expect to find love really quickly. You expect to start a business and receive, your first $10,000 in the first month. You expect that some major complex problem is going to be solved in your life immediately. And it's because the instant gratification activities that you engage in have diluted your reasoning and have caused you to start thinking irrationally. So that's number one, watching TV, watching movies, things like that. Number two is social media. Social media is one of these top instant gratification activities. Why? Because as soon as you take a picture, as soon as you come up with this really cool status and you post it, you immediately start receiving likes, you immediately start receiving comments, you immediately start receiving all of these notifications. It makes you feel good. What happens is there's a chemical called dopamine that's released in your brain, and this is one of the feel-good chemicals. This is the one that says, hey, here's your reward. And we love receiving rewards, right? We love receiving things that make us feel important. And so that's exactly what social media does for us. Let's say that you post a status and within 60 minutes, or let's say it's an hour, that's the same thing, you don't get any comments, you don't get any likes, you don't get anything on this post. What are you immediately going to think? You're going to think something's wrong. You're going to think people don't like you. You're going to think there's a problem with your picture. And the problem with that, again, it goes back to what I just said with watching TV, is it's creating some type of irrational thought in your mind, because there may be nothing wrong with you. You may be completely fine, but because you are so hooked on that dopamine that tells you that, hey, everything's good, you look good, here's your reward, and it's instant, then you are not able to think rationally in that situation. Another instant gratification activity is smoking, drinking alcohol, video games, eating sugar, text messaging, iMessages. These are things that we feel that we should get a response from immediately. And what happens is we stay hooked on them. When you engage in instant gratification activities, you may experience symptoms such as the day going by fast, the week going by fast, the year going by fast. That is what happens when time passes you by. But time can't pass you by if you are investing it correctly. But if you're not investing it and you're spending the time, then it goes quickly because you're hooked. You're checking your phone constantly. You're checking your social media constantly. You're watching every show on TV. And before you know it, all of those small seconds turn to minutes, and those minutes add up. And now you've spent hours of your day doing these distracting activities. So now let's identify some long-term gratification activities that will yield you more success in your life. So these can be activities such as going to school. Takes a long time for you to get your degree, your bachelor's, your master's, or if you're going for a PhD. It takes time, it takes hard work. Investing financially, that is another long-term gratification activity. When you invest, you don't expect to receive results immediately, but you expect 10 years, maybe 20 years down the road that you're going to have, a good ROI on what you put in. Real estate is another long-term gratification activity. Reading books, not just books that make you feel good, so not just fiction books, but non-fiction books that are going to, educate you. Exercising, eating healthy. These are all long-term gratification activities. And if you're really paying attention, you've probably noticed some type of theme that's going on between all of these long-term gratification activities. They're painful. They are not fun to do. You have to do some hard work. You have to put in some extra time. These are all things that build your mental toughness. And because they build your mental toughness, they actually yield better results for you in the future. So now I know you're wondering, how do I go from a person who always engages in these instant gratification activities to being someone who invests more in myself by engaging in long-term gratification activities? Well, first things first is you have to be aware. And so hopefully this video is helping you to become more aware of those activities that you engage in on a daily basis that are actually taking away your focus from the things that you should be focusing on. So now that you're aware of the activities, you need to start weaning yourself off of them. And I'm going to be a realist here. I'm not going to say you need to just stop them immediately, because it's not going to happen. These things are addictions. You can't probably even delete your social media apps off of your phone for 24 hours and make it the whole day without installing them back on. So what does that mean? That means you are addicted. And how do you get rid of addiction? Well, you start weaning yourself off of it. So for me, for example, I don't watch TV anymore. I have a 50-inch TV in my room. I have no cable. I hardly ever turn the thing on. But I can't even tell y'all the date that I just stopped watching it, because I don't know. It didn't happen like that. It happened gradually. One day I just decided, you know what? I'm not going to watch that show today. I'm in control and my brain is not. I'm in control of what I'm going to do today. And I started to do that every single day. And before I knew it, I was no longer watching TV. So it was a process. And it's going to be a process for you as well. It's just like if you go into the gym right now and you're somebody who doesn't exercise all the time, and you get down and you try to do some push-ups. You may stop at 5 push-ups before you pass out. And then another guy comes in who's been going to the gym all the time. He's buff, he eats right, and he gets down there and he knocks out 100 push-ups, like boom, just like that, and gets up like nothing is wrong. What's the difference between you two? The difference between you two is your pain tolerance. He has more mental toughness. When it starts to hurt for him, he knows how to keep going. You, on the other hand, you're going to give up. And it's the same way with dealing with these instant gratification activities and weaning yourself off of it. When you feel that urge to do it, you have to tell yourself no. And the next time that you have to tell yourself no, it becomes easier. And you keep up that process until you build a habit, and the habit becomes engraved in your subconscious mind, and your subconscious says, okay, this is a part of my new routine. We don't watch TV over here. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. But what I'm just trying to say here, guys, is I want to see you be successful. I want to see you start reaching your goals. I want to see you as the person that you know yourself that you are supposed to be. But the only way that you can do that is to get focused, to get self-disciplined, to start really submerging yourself in the goals that you have already written for yourself, and to start actually taking action and executing these things. And the only way that you can do that is to start engaging in long-term gratification activities. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Also, comment below and do me a favor, share this with a friend. And thank you so much for watching.